That's the kind of pressure that Viv should be under to try and perform more frequently.
I was surprised that she started, if I was being honest. Maybe because it was the first game and I thought maybe she might just kind of get bedded in, but she's a starter for me now.
This season, Arsenal have got to have a serious charge at Chelsea.
I think it'll take time, just knowing, like, obviously Gaz is the manager, and I think the way that he'll want to play football, obviously it takes a while to get used to.
Watching her the other day, it felt like one of my kids. I was like...
Proud dad moment.
I was really proud for her.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Crossways with me and Ian Wright, the legend himself.
You're the legend, Steph.
No, I'm loving your jumper.
Do you like it?
Yeah, Oasis
Honestly,
is the theme this summer.
You know something?
End of the summer now.
For some reason, I got some stick when I was wearing it the other day. People saying, "Look at Wright wearing the Oasis t-shirt." I said, "Yeah, of course I'm going to wear the Oasis t-shirt. It's Adidas as well."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're amazing. And I saw them. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's a t-shirt that in years to come, it's just going to be an amazing t-shirt to have.
Yeah.
You know, and plus they were amazing. But yeah, thanks, Steph. I like your trainers as well. So.
How have you been?
Yeah, I'm really cool. Yeah.
How was the England game?
You know what, Steph? I'm not going to lie. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to watch. I knew it was going to be hard to watch because Andorra, they were really resolute when we played them the last time, and defensively really quite frustrating. And it was the same. I didn't see too much out of anybody apart from Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was very good, and you're pleased for him. Looks like he's probably start again tonight. So, you know, I'm happy for him because there's nothing worse, I think, than someone coming in against a lower ranked nation and doing well, and then you get the next game and then they bring back the regular guys. You want to see him play a few games.
Be a bit of a better game tonight, you would think, wouldn't you?
You'd hope so, yeah. And you know that the Serbians will be very passionate. I'm hearing that there's not going to be as much crowd in there, but it still will be. It still will be quite intense. So we'll see how that one goes. But you would still fancy us to win. But listen, don't look for England winning qualifying games or tournament games entertainingly. Just look for wins.
Just got to get the job
that's
done,
exactly
don't
what we do. What else is happening? Your dad in the North.
Yeah,
the Great
so
North Run. How did he get on?
You know what? It's such a good weekend. So Great North Run. Over 65 people ran for Stephen's charity, which was amazing.
Brilliant.
Including my dad, my sister-in-law, like my dad-in-law as well. So a lot of the family did it, which was pretty cool. And yes,
was there any family kind of like competition? Because who got the best time?
I would say Stephen's brother Kev got probably the best time out of the family. But Dad did a good time, to be honest. So he got like 2:08, which was better than last year. So
yes. And what's his brother's got like years on your dad as well.
Yeah, exactly. So great weekend. Obviously watched all the football this weekend as well in between. But yeah, Sunday was Great North Run Day.
What about the US Open? Did you watch them?
Oh yeah, so good. I'm actually addicted to tennis. After our Wimbledon trip as well.
Yes.
You have to watch it all the time.
To be honest, I didn't want to see Asinamova lose again because she's had a really good journey back to the top again, especially what happened to her at Wimbledon, you know. And, you know, to see her lose again against Sabalenka is not my favourite, but, like, you know, she is very good, Sabalenka. So, you know, she knows what she's got to do, Asinamova. But watching Sinner and Alcaraz, it's I don't know what's going to happen in respects of Alcaraz.
Didn't Alcaraz not lose, only lost 3 games when he served
on his break,
tournament, yeah. That's crazy. It
is crazy. It's almost like he's a robot. It's you know, and then what you notice.
Must be the new hair.
I like the hair. Yeah, I like it.
Suits it.
Yeah, I do like it. You know what I think as well with him is he's so good. He chases down everything to the point where even Sinner, who I watched in the semi-final, just dispatched somebody. Perfect tennis he played. He was so hell bent on trying to get it close to the lines that he was missing shots that he should get because he knows that Alcaraz will go and get it back some way.
He's so athletic.
Have you seen one of those highlights of Alcaraz's like returns and winning of points? It's crazy. I don't know. I think that if he carries on like that, what's he, 20, 22 years?
Yeah.
Don't know. I don't know who's going to beat him.
Yeah,
don't know what
going to be
he's going to cause all sorts of problems because, again, even with watching Djokovic in the semis, it was hard to watch because, again, he got, you know, just dealt with.
Imagine though, like, your body's done that for however many years and you've been at that level. At some point, someone's going to take over you, isn't it?
He's 16 years on him.
That's what I mean. And if the game's only getting faster, it's not getting slower.
We take our hat off. Well, I take my hat off to Alcaraz, and congratulations on that.
Shall we get into the weekend?
Yes,
and what's happened?
Let's do it, Steph.
First weekend.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, it was entertaining, actually.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't think it was going to be, but I think pretty much the results went the way that we thought they would potentially go.
Yeah. City, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Can I just say my little bit on City, Chelsea?
Yeah, no, you go.
It was, again, you're looking at a City side I thought played really well in the game, certain aspects of the game, but then the chances, I know Alex Greenwood hit the bar, but there was opportunities where they could have done better. I thought Bunny could have maybe squared one into Lauren Hemp one time to just get that done, and that was at 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
I think Viv Miedema, when she got the ball on the edge of the box, I saw her with a great opportunity, and this is the kind of chance I feel you have to take at Chelsea, or you have to make the goalie work. She missed the target completely. And I just think in the end, you know, when you're going to do that and you're missing against Chelsea, you're going to get punished. You will be punished by them. And
that's why, like, Chelsea have been so good over these last few seasons, because even when they're potentially not playing at the best, and nobody's going to be at the best the first game of the season, people are going to try and get into the games, but when it does come to Chelsea City, which tends to be the first game of the season, you have to try and take your chances. Or
not lose away from home.
Yeah, I think just get the point. But I think for me, like, obviously, there's a new manager come in at City. Mm-hmm. There's a new formation. I think we've quite clearly seen that with Alex Greenwood potentially playing a little bit like a left back rather than her centre-back position.
I don't think it was good for her.
I think for me, like, obviously I've had a conversation with Alex over the last few years, because we've watched her for England play left back in the summer. And she can do a job there because she's a talented player. And I think that just shows how good a player she is, that you can move from centre-back to left-back. And, of course, when you're left-footed, you're allowed to, like, have that balance for the team instead of having a right-footer there. But I think she knows in herself centre-half is where it is. But, obviously, the new manager's come in the way that we wanted to play. It's a formation where you're playing three at the back. So she's wide of that three when we're attacking with the ball. And that exposes her in the sense of when Chelsea were winning, and of course Carpenter had a great game. She was an absolute machine up and down that wing, and you're against one of the best fullbacks in the world. Well, and you've also got Lily Murphy, who is a young player that's learning the ropes, and you do become under a little bit of pressure. But I think for me, City played well, considering it was the first game of the season. But you're right in the sense of Chelsea just seemed to take their chances and we didn't.
Yes,
unfortunately,
and that's what they do. The good teams do that. Steph, I think that Sydney Lohman had quite a good debut.
I thought she did well. I think, for me, it allowed Yui to go forward, and I think we've never really seen the best of Yui. I know she had unbelievable few seasons playing in that 6 and that holding role, but obviously training with her and watching her and doing a bit of coaching last season, she has so much attributes going forward, and she wants to play a bit more forward. I think we've seen that at Stamford Bridge. And I think Lohman actually allows her to do that. I thought she broke up play well. She competed. She got that early yellow card, which probably shouldn't have been a yellow card.
No, I don't think it should have been, no.
I think sometimes you need a little bit of that, just that little bit of ruthlessness.
And then she kind of focused on her game.
Maybe her and Grace might be competing for that spot, to be honest, or where Viv played. I'm not sure on Viv being in the 10.
But I think if I could put 2 pennies worth in, I think if Viv is not going to grasp games like that, especially big games, where you do need to get some of her special stuff, you know, because if she's playing, if she's not playing well, then you're just kind of carrying her.
Yeah.
And I think that someone like Grace Clinton in that same role, if she's not scoring, you're going to still get something from her defensively and going forward. So I think that's going to be an interesting one to watch. And I think that that's the kind of pressure that Viv should be under to try and perform more frequently, simply because when you go to Chelsea, and then, you know, with Sydney Lohman or Grace Clinton, one of them's probably going to miss out, aren't they? So she's got to be put under pressure to perform. So as then, you know, otherwise you've got to bring someone like Grace in.
I think in them big games you need to have some sort of put your own stamp on it somehow.
Yeah.
Even it is maybe dropping a little bit deeper to try and get on the ball. I know that you're trying to probably do what the manager wants you to do, but ultimately I think you have to have an impact as a gamer when you're an experienced player. And I honestly thought when Viv came to the club, I thought it would just be her and Bunny just competing for 9. And obviously Bunny is the number 9, and rightly so because of what she brings and what she's done. But I think it's about trying to find a place for Viv, but also not to the hindrance of the team. Because I think you need to bring out Viv's best qualities, which for me, playing against her for a number of years, as a number 9, having the ball at her feet and creating chances and scoring in and around the box is where she's the best. I don't think when she's deeper, I don't think she can really like impact the game.
This is the conundrum he has, the manager, simply because you cannot get into a situation where you're playing against them top teams and you're not getting that kind of performance. This is what I think. I think Grace Clinton will fit really well into there because she will have an impact. And I think she'll have an impact more regularly.
Even that physicality, and you look at like Erin Cuthbert, and I think she goes under the radar a little bit, to be honest. I think when you watch her and the things that she does, and sometimes she'll pop up with a goal or she'll make a pass, but like her stuff off the ball and like just being there, and when Chelsea need it, when they're probably not playing as well, she can do that. And I do feel like Grace can maybe put like a little bit of a foot in and start that like little bit of change of tempo. And I don't know, sometimes you just need that little bit of grit. And
plus you want her to be playing in a team where she's gone to another level and she's stamping her authority on it, because that is what's going to ultimately get her a place in the England team.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that will happen for her. Someone else that I believe, I was pleased, I should say, to see that it worked out for, obviously to the detriment of City, was Aggie Beever-Jones.
Yeah.
And her movement and the way she played and all the talk around Chelsea. Sam Kerr coming back on the bench. Obviously, Myra Ramirez is out. You know what I mean? And you've got Aggie Beever-Jones sitting there. She's sitting there for England. She's sitting there for Chelsea. No noise, going under the radar, coming in, scoring a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
You know, beautifully taken goal. Contributing to the game in respects of linking up, pressing, running channels, and scoring. And I think that Chelsea should just go like, whoa, man, let's just calm down a bit. Let's not even rush. Let's not rush Sam Kerr.
Yeah.
Because that's that. What's she? It's nearly 2 years. Isn't it?
Nearly 2 years.
Right.
Now
So you're
for
thinking
Sam.
to yourself, you got to give her time, because we know she's great. She's Sam Kerr. She's world class. But like the amount of time she's been out for, she needs to really ease herself back in. Let Aggie play. Give Aggie a chance. Give Aggie a blast. It's the same with England. She's constantly having to fight to get something when she deserves a chance. But then in England, she's got Leslie in front. And now she's got Sam Kerr, who's injured, and Myra Ramirez. But, when they come back, if they come back, and let's say they even get back to full fitness and they do really well, which I'm sure even Myra Ramirez might, what happens to Aggie Beever-Jones then?
And that always happens because you're the young player and you're filled in for a period of time, but then the bigger players come back, and sometimes it happens like that just because they are bigger players and what they've done in the game. But I agree. I think sometimes if you've been given that chance, it's like, okay, if you take it, just keep it.
Keep it.
Then it's up to the others to try and fight and to try and break in. But what a finish, by the way. I mean,
so
obviously,
beautiful.
you'll probably know more about it than me, but to be able to let it run across your body and hit with your left foot.
This is what I was going to say about it, and because it was such a great cross from Ellie Carpenter, and she fired it across. It was almost like a shot, but it's the way Aggie opened up her body, because it was coming so quick. She could have done it maybe with her right foot and got it in, but it's the way she opened her foot and just guided it in like that. People will say, oh, it's a tap-in. It's not a tap-in when you do it like that.
Nah.
It's not a tap-in when you do it like that, because she's so confident in how she'd done it, and it was really good to see. She finished with a plum, alacrity, So it was something where you're looking at someone who is very confident.
Yeah, and you could see that as the goal went in, she grew more confident and she got into the game a little bit. And obviously then Macario comes on, but she's had 60, 70 minutes where she's had a real big impact, and she's led the line really well when it's quite tight in them games, especially when it's at home at Stamford Bridge, first game of the season. And when it mattered, she was there to put the chance away. If
City were more ruthless, even I think it was Asagawa, there was another cross what came across, and she tried to flick it. Yeah, I hate when they do. I hate when players do that.
It would have been a great goal if it came off, but at the same time, it didn't come off.
Steph. And so what's annoying about that is that in a game like that against Chelsea, finish it. I don't think she was too far in front of the post where she couldn't have done it with her right foot to get a shot on. But to get her foot to it, to be able to move herself out of the way to get to the back foot, says to me, just finish it with the right foot.
But Ian, you would never see that from Yui last year, being in the box, running across the front post, would you? I just feel as though, for me, looking at it now, I think City played with a lot more energy and a lot more tempo, which we've probably not been used to over the last year, obviously with the managerial changes and a little bit of predictable. And I think people are trying to run forward. They seem fit, they look fit.
Yeah, they look sharp.
I think for me, the key is getting Bunny in that box and being able to provide her chances, however that might be, and getting people around her, because once you do that, then
she's going to score.
She scores the first one. She come Friday against Brighton, she gets one. Then it'll just start coming all the way along.
Wouldn't have been a bad day for them if they got a draw out of that, because I think they could have got. I think they had the chances to do it, but it would have been a good one for momentum and confidence. But they're City. I'm sure they'll bounce back.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. These are your two favourite teams that played on Saturday at the Emirates. Yeah. London City Lionesses and Arsenal. Yeah. Thoughts?
Something. For the first 20 minutes, I thought, wow, everything what I was saying about London City Lionesses are going to come, and then they've got the experienced players. They're going to be a surprise package. But I was very surprised with the experienced players, especially once they did go in front. I thought they were okay up to that point when they were playing, but then it all fell apart almost when they scored. But the difference with us from last season to this season is Olivia Smith, because I thought that their lines were pretty good. They were pressing us high, played through it a couple of times, which I thought from their point of view was too easy. Got through them really easy, even though they did win the ball back to get the penalty with us trying to play out. But then once that happened, then I'm looking at Kumagai, Zalem, Kennedy, the experienced players when they scored. Everybody, I didn't see no rallying or sorting things out, like saying, right, let's stay composed, let's frustrate them a little bit. But then Olivia Smith done something that we don't do.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody's talking about Olivia Smith like, but how's she going to deal with a low blocker and a mid block, because she's always running onto things. That's how she scores her goals. But what we saw was she came deep, she picked up the ball, no one came with her, and she was then able to show exactly what she can do. And that goal in itself lifted everything.
Yeah.
Because when a striker comes in and then they have that impact on the team, and that's why you see everybody so happy and celebrating with her. It gives everybody confidence.
It was like that moment just was like, oh, actually, we're back playing football again. Yes. I know it sounds so stupid, but I was like, there was nothing from Arsenal. I was thinking, they're not going to get back into this game until she started to do that. Yeah. And I think I was surprised that she started, if I was being honest. Maybe because it was the first game and I thought maybe she might just kind of get bedded in, but she's a starter for me now. I think her performance. Yeah. And I think, when you're saying about she started on that right-hand side, but like at that age being able to go, right, okay, I'm taking charge of this. And I think when she played for Liverpool last year, I think she played against City, and that's exactly where she picked the ball up and scored. Yeah. In that position there where she's driving at people, because actually as a midfielder, as a defender, and you've got players running on you, you don't know what to do with her. Yeah. And the finish was unbelievable.
It was so good. It was so good. But again, I'm pleased that she started her, because why not? At home, first game of the season against the London City, and then for us to beat them like we did with our most expensive signing, scoring that manner, it was brilliant for us, because I'm thinking you've really put them in their place there. Yeah. Especially you look at, Grace Giora's coming. You look at our bench, the bench what we had, and then Beth coming on, and doing really...
Blackstenius, Manu,
Frida Manu. You look at it and you think to yourself, wow, this season, Arsenal have got to have a serious charge at Chelsea to win this league. A serious charge with the team they've got, with the profile of player we got now, because like I say, I don't think we'd see anyone from our team from last season would score that goal what Olivia Smith scored. No. So then what happens is...
Probably Caldente.
Caldente, yeah.
Maybe that would be the person.
Yeah, but it's the dynamism of her. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that the way that she's done it, she's made the difference in what we're going to need to do to win games like that. Yeah.
I think London City, though, never expected to go 1-0 up. And that's why I think that's why they went the way that they did.
You know something? I don't know if I was just being biased and I was vexed because they scored the penalty, because it was a penalty. I thought Katie Reid, she's a bit rash there, because she's coming at pace. She's running away from
That's inexperience. And when you're in the Emirates and it's a big game live on TV.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. I'm not digging you out, Katie. But what I'm saying is that's one of those that you can still read that situation. But they got the penalty, and it's the way they celebrated the penalty. What I thought, okay, let's see what they do from here, because I got a little bit frightened simply because they're going to really go for it now. Yeah. But they didn't.
I think for me, when I was watching the game, obviously Katie Reid. Young player coming in at Arsenal. Emirates Stadium, obviously replacing the captain in Leah Williamson. I thought for me, I think you could see her a little bit of an inexperience in them first 20, 25 minutes.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. I'm a bit harsh on her with the penalty because that was the first 20 minutes.
I think, you know, when like as a young player, you'll know as well, right? You just want to do what's right and you want to just try your best in it. And when it's there, you just want to win it. But sometimes it's actually doing nothing's better. And I think that just that little bit of rush of excitement. But to be honest, I think after that, I thought she showed some real composure and resilience because you could have went either way. And I think that's why she's probably been trusted by Renee to go in because she has that mentality. So she's got a really bright future ahead of her.
She might have seen something. You know what? I'm hoping so because what you want is, because Arsenal, I'm really worried about Arsenal with the progression of young players in that particular squad. So for her to come through, obviously playing in games like that where she will learn very quickly, you're hoping that she can really.
And that's, you know, when you speak about squad depth, that's what you want your bench to be, is like them academy players that have come through. And obviously you guys in the Champions League this year, it's going to be hard because you're playing every 3-4 days and you can't really rely on, like, say, Leah Williamson to play 50 games this season as well as England games after an operation. It's going to be impossible, so you need them players to step up.
So off of the back of that, she'll probably be confident. I think the team will be, because there's no way I don't believe that the Arsenal players going into that game with the players that London City Lionesses have signed come in there with energy and like vibe and so, you know, and then to beat them like that, they must have felt really
There's
good.
a lot of talk about them, isn't there?
Yes,
so,
there is. And I think
you can't hide from it as a player. When you're playing against them, you're thinking, oh my God, what they're going to bring.
I think the teams are going to be looking forward to playing them.
Yeah.
So they've got to be ready for that.
So when we joined the league in 2014, I had the feeling that when we came in, it looked as though we were buying the league. We had like 5 or 6 of us that England internationals. And you got that feeling, that smell of like teams just wanted to beat you because you're a new team. You've come in from nowhere and you've got these players, like you've got the likes of Tony Duggan, Jill Scott, Karen Bardsley, and then literally every game for them is a cup final.
It's cup final
so
game.
It's probably going to be the same this season.
Well, that's what they better be ready for that.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Everton. You know, we did say with that game that Everton always do well at Anfield.
Yeah.
And even though Liverpool scored first, I was thinking, right, okay, good game. But then, Ornella.
High five to that, by the way. You called that one out.
Like I said, I stumbled upon that game and then I saw her. She only scored 6 goals in the season, but she's done enough for me to say, wow, she's good. And then Everton signed her. Then I just mentioned her because of what I saw her do. And then watching her the other day, it felt like one of my kids. I was like...
proud dad moment.
I was really proud for her because being 20, coming across, you know, playing for Granada, you know, and Everton, whoever is recruiting at Everton, that person should get a rise because they've plucked out a gem for me. So fingers crossed for her that she can continue with the form because obviously she's a very good player. Spanish under-21 international, I think. So we're talking about somebody who's got to develop. She's coming there. She's got the abilities. So we'll see how it goes. But I thought that Everton, after Liverpool's brilliant goal, you know, I
Liverpool should have been really 2-0 up, shouldn't they? Because Bonner hit the bar.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it was a great cross. And I'm thinking to myself, that changes things.
Yeah.
But like, you know, even with that chance, it was a really good chance that fell to her when she hit the bar. But then when it came, they broke from the box, and it's obviously something that they've got planned.
I was confused though by was it Kerry Holland that was the defender? Why was she like in front?
Yeah, but the thing is you look at that, Steph, like, because when the ball's played, she's miles on side. She's in her own half. Yeah. But like you say, Kerry Holland's in here. You think, why are you this side of her?
But they had like 3 defenders as well with when the ball got played up, and I'm thinking surely that should be dealt with because you got 3v1. And then your girl just absolutely rinsed her.
Well, she rinsed her and hung her out. But the fact is that for her to be able to go from the box literally halfway into there with one, what you're thinking, well, this is Liverpool. What's going on here?
You've got to stop her getting in the box. That's the big thing.
That's the thing.
You got to keep her outside.
You know what? Again, like even when the goal I saw her score, it was with her right foot. But then this one, when she cut inside her and hit it with her left foot, I thought, of course, you always think the goalkeeper from there, your angles, but it was a brilliant goal.
Yeah, it was
I'm not going to take anything away from her. And it's even her header.
What a great header, by the way.
Again, with a ball that's coming in like that, Steph, all you need to do is get if the defender's head's here, you just need to be there and get the flick. Because that's all it was, and it just went boom. It was in the goal before you knew it.
To do that,
great movement.
It's timing, isn't it? You're against Gemma Bonner to get across, but also be brave enough to do that, because if you get it wrong, it's bad, isn't it?
I think, I'm gonna worry for Liverpool.
I think it'll take time. Just knowing, obviously Gaz is the manager, and I think the way that he'll want to play football, obviously it takes a while to get used to, and obviously they've not really recruited that well in the summer in terms of what did they add. Obviously losing Olivia Smith's a big blow, and you bring in a new manager, you're not really recruited, you've lost Taylor Hines as well. So
can I say with Gareth Taylor just quickly, he's got to understand and recognise, and I'm not telling him anything he doesn't know. You're going into Liverpool, it's a few steps below City, so you can't go in there and try and coach Liverpool like you coach Manchester City. It's a different calibre of player. So that's what he's got to recognise. Listen, he's going to Liverpool. Liverpool have got him because he's a name in the women's game. But he can't go in and have Liverpool playing like that. How can you?
It's like this weekend they've got Leicester away. They've got to go and win.
Yeah, they have to win.
Yeah, and they have to win. To say that is just its second game of the season is just a bit weird to say.
And plus, as poor as Leicester are, you know what I mean. Liverpool have got to beat them, but at the same time, you're saying time as he's going to have time and patience with Liverpool. No, he's got to go in and coach that level of player to a standard where they can be much more difficult to beat.
I was actually watching the game to see how similar it was, but I do think they did play a little bit more direct and a little bit more they missed out a few players rather than playing through every single player, which is good. But it is going to be interesting to see Liverpool this season, because to obviously get beat by local rivals for one is...
No, they got hammered by a local rival.
Yeah, okay, hammered, sorry.
What it was.
In a Merseyside derby is, disappointing really, when Liverpool were always the top team.
Yeah. United, Steph?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, obviously, great win at the weekend. Ella Toon's scoring a year since her dad passing, which I'm actually super pleased for her, because that must be so hard. And you know what the thing with Tooney is, she gets her chances, she always finishes them. She
lit the target. You know what I always say with Ella is that if you want a big game, she's gonna come up with the goods. Because even when it kind of bobbled around to her, because she was standing there for a while, it was like and they did it, and it came to her, and then as soon as bam, she composed. And she too much power for the goalkeeper. But I was pleased for her as well. I was really pleased for her.
The only thing that we probably need to speak about is potential squad depth for United. Especially with Champions League this Thursday. First leg qualifying.
And they're not a bad side in the Champions League. They won't be an easy...
And then to go and play London City on Sunday, that's going to be a quick turnaround with probably not that many players fit.
Yeah, they've got a few to come back though, isn't it? Because Rolfo, Galton, Williams, Awujo, George, all out.
Yeah, which a lot of them are starters.
Yeah, how long? Yeah, but we need to. How long are they out for? I don't know how long. I
think maybe the end of September, beginning of October. A lot of them. Done. But obviously, Rolfo was a massive signing for United, and she's not able to start the season, which is disappointing.
Well, it is disappointing because again, you look at the bench. It's very, very thin.
Yeah.
For United, but
because you're looking at the bench, and the only person that you probably bring on, which they did bring on, was Parks.
Yeah.
To maybe change the game if they weren't, but I think obviously Leicester were poor. I think the keeper made a couple of bad mistakes.
Can I say something? Even watching it again yesterday, the goalkeeper was, she was poor, but she still made 4 or 5 saves that really helped that scoreline.
Yeah. Because
some of the mistakes are, for me, when I watched those, I go, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Poor goalkeeping. But then she made saves that could have made it even more embarrassing for them if she didn't make them. But I don't know what to say about that in respects of the level of the keeping, coaching, what's going on, because I'm talking about just basic mistakes on the line, moving your feet, moving along when the ball's coming across, and then when the ball's, then getting yourself ready to spring. Because one of the goals I saw went down to the right-hand side. It was left-hand side. She's got to save that with the size of her as well. I think she should have got to the Toon one, but obviously Ella's with a bit more power. But I think the Turland goal, down to her left, she's got to do better than that. That's bread and butter save.
And I think when you're like a team like Leicester, where you know that you're not going to have the the highest of quality of players, you do probably need your keeper to be able to...
need your keeper to pull you out,
So maybe we're
Steph.
being a little bit of harsh on her, but at the same time, I think at this level now, with the WSL, we need to be having keepers save them.
I tell you what, I am being a bit harsh, I must admit, but the mistakes are too basic.
Yeah, so a convincing win for United.
Very
Let's see how they
convincing.
go on Thursday.
Yeah, well, let's see how it'll be interesting.
How about this one, Wrighty?
Go on.
Half-time interviews. Do I need to, like,
You know something?
wind you up, or are you ready to go about
You know
this?
something? No, you've obviously somebody said something to you, because I can't. I'm not joking. It's the most. It's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Right. You've got pundits in the studio, right? Whatever people think of the pundits, whatever they're going to say. Why are you taking a manager that needs to go in with their team to sort out what's going on, win, losing, or drawing? And what do you honestly think you're going to get out of that manager at half-time? It's just like, for the sake of it, it's like, okay, we want managers to have half-time talks now. Why? Because we're paying a TV fee and we want the managers to say something. They're not going to say anything. No. It's pathetic. It's pointless. The manager needs to go in the dressing room to be with them and let the pundits talk about what's just gone on.
Yeah, because you get the interview before the game and you get the interview after, in which would be probably better than the half-time, because 15 minutes half-time, you probably get maybe 3 or 4 minutes with the players.
Yeah.
And I think people don't realise that. You think you just sit in the change room 15 minutes, you actually don't. The manager will generally let the players just get on with what they need to get on with. They'll probably speak about it themselves, but... And also, he probably doesn't want to give any information anyway.
He's not going to give any information.
The half-time, but also during the game.
You know what's going to happen? Because they want the interview at the start. Now they want the interview at half-time. Then they're going to want the interview while you're sitting on the bench.
Didn't they do that with the London City Lionesses manager?
I'm telling you, that's what's going to start happening. That's what's going to start happening. And it's just... It's really annoying.
I mean, all I put on my card was no. So you said a bit better than me, I think.
You just said no, and
I
I've
just said
gone
no,
on that
absolutely
rant.
not. Even like they aren't the trialing with the lads coming off the pitch as well, like trying to.
You know something?
Just let them do the job.
So if I was coming off the pitch, winning or losing, whatever it is, drawing, the last thing I want to do is an interview.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
Yeah.
A manager and a coach does not want to be talking about. He's not going to say anything. I've said it. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, that is all for today from Crossways. I'm only joking. Okay, so predictions off last week.
Right.
Top of the table so far is Miss JB with 9 points. So congratulations.
Miss JB.
And if anybody wants to join in with our predictions, you can join full-time-forecast.com. So get your predictions in with me and Ian.
Well done, Mish. Steph, you're 6 points and I'm 5 points. And you know what, Steph? I'm going to really go for you this season because I think you just really pissed it last season and I was quite embarrassed about it. It just really made me feel like, come on, E.
So come and join us just to wind Ian up if you want to. So the link was there before.
Right. So predictions, Steph, West Ham, Arsenal to start.
I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah.
However, I feel as though West Ham should have won against Spurs the other day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was quite surprised with that.
Yeah.
I know we're doing the predictions, but I was quite surprised with that. I thought West Ham would have been a little bit more creative, but in the end, Beth England. Good penalty, Beth.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Arsenal 3. What did you say?
I said 3-1.
3-0 I'll go.
Okay, cool.
City, Brighton. Brighton 0-0 this weekend.
I'm going to go 2-1 City.
Yeah, Brighton didn't look. I didn't see enough from Brighton.
Michelle looked sharp.
She did look sharp, but like it just felt like, I don't know if anything's weighing on her, but it just felt she didn't feel as loose.
Yeah.
So once she just relax into it, just like when the chances come, just relax into them. I think she'll be fine. I'm probably going to go with 2-0 City.
Cool. What are you going to go Villa Chelsea?
I'm going to go Chelsea. 2-0.
I put 2-0 down.
Did ya?
If you want to just clarify, Alex, I did put 2-0. Yeah, I'm going to say the same.
You're going to say the same?
Yeah.
But then if you're saying the same, and I won't be able to get away from you. All right, then 2-0, it's fine.
No, we'll keep it. It's
fine. All right,
fine.
then you keep it then.
Leicester, Liverpool.
Jeez. Two poor side. They had 2 poor results. I'm going to go with Liverpool to beat them simply because I thought Leicester were really, really quite poor. And Liverpool did offensively have a little bit of something, scored a great goal. So probably going to go less of Liverpool 3-0.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
Right. City Lionesses, United. At London City Lionesses, their first home game.
I fancy them to win, you know, after United play the Champions League. I don't know why. I've got a bit of a feeling. I'm going to go 1-0 London City Lionesses.
I just thought that going forward, they just look very, very good.
Grioro's going to play, isn't she?
She'll play in as well. I'm gonna go 2-1 United. I think that United have beat them. I think
what
United
did you go 2-1 there?
2-1, I think.
Everton Spurs.
Can I change my mind with London City Lionesses and go 1-1?
Yeah.
1-1. Everton Spurs. I think Everton here. Everton at home. You know, Onyela playing at home. At Goodison against Spurs. I think this could be a big one as well, you know. I'm going big. I'm going to go 4-0.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm a goals man.
I'm going to go 3-0 Everton.
You're going to go 3-0 Everton. I think that they'll be
Everton
buzzing.
will be good this season.
Yeah, I think coming off of that result, Anfield beating Liverpool at home, at Goodison, against Spurs, I think that's going to be a bit of a entertaining game.
Cool. Are you happy with them?
Goals. I am very happy with those.
Me too.
Can we get involved?
Yeah, come on. We get a shout out every week.
All right, then. So is that us, Steph?
There that is. I hope you enjoy the game tonight.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm hoping that it's a good game. Yeah? Yeah, I'm hoping it's a good game, Steph, because it's very difficult talking about games when they're not great. And then people say to you, look at Wright, he looks bored. Look at him in his stupid leather hat.
I hope this has cheered you up, that's all I'm going to say.
Well, we'll see. See you next week. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.